Good day, everyone. This is Tumelo Duke Rasbobia. I'm from the University of Pretoria's Institutional Transformation Office. You may know us under the banner of #SpeakOutGP. Today, I have a guest from the University of Pretoria's Human Resource, Employment Equity and BBBEE Office, Basiami DCP, who will be talking to us a bit about the work that they do. Welcome to Empowering Voices, Basiami. Would you like to tell us more about yourself and the work that your office does?
Thanks so much, Duke, for the introduction, and also, for having me here. My name is Basiami DCP, as you have introduced myself. And in terms of the work that I do, I am in HR, and I am the Employment Equity and BBBEE specialist.
Lovely. And what role does the Employment Equity Act play within the university space?
Well, the Employment Equity plays a very significant role in the university. One, it plays an important role to fast track transformation at the university. We do this by developing the Employment Equity Plan and submit it to the Department of Labor once it's approved by the Council. And in developing the EE, we use the bottom-up approach to develop our EE plans. This basically means that we are developing our EE plans from the level of the faculties and professional services department. And once that process is concluded, we then consolidate that information or those EE plans into the institutional EE plan. Most importantly, the university is required to align with the demographics of the country to ensure that our staff profile is diverse in nature. And in this way, we have set the EE targets for the faculties and professional services until December 2025. And we have also prepared the annual projections to make sure that we are able to monitor and are able to achieve our EE targets over a period of time.
And in terms of the Employment Equity Act, what does it instruct institutions to do with regards to the inclusion of differently abled bodies?
Number of things that the institutions or employers are required to do. One, that the buildings and other facilities should be accessible to differently able employees. Secondly, that the university should have reasonable accommodation to accommodate the needs of people living with the disabilities. Thirdly, in terms of the sector targets, we are required to achieve 2% of employees living with disability over a period of time. And we have embedded that target in our EE plans up until 2025.
And I hear you say reasonable considerations. What would be a reasonable consideration then?
Well, reasonable considerations and a reasonable, accommodation. As I was saying, that amongst other things, what we are required to do is to make sure that our buildings and other facilities are accessible to these differently, abled, employees. So in a way, we will assess our buildings and, and check the extent on how these buildings and other facilities are able to accommodate the needs of these employees who are differently, abled, so that they are able to move around these, buildings. But also, I was also talking about the, the reasonable accommodation that we will be looking at the, the needs of this. The needs of employees with the disability to make sure that we are reasonably, accommodating them. We do that by looking at the, the assistive technologies that they may require. And secondly, we do that also by looking at the necessary devices that they may need in the workspace to enable them to do the work that they do. And to make sure that they are properly accommodated like any other employees. They are not feeling like that they are limited on how and extent on how they are able to do their work. So we ensure that.
Oh, that's lovely. And is there anything else in terms of the level of support and guidance that your office offers and provides to line managers who may be challenged with facilitating access and inclusion of disabled bodies in their departments?
Yes, we do. There is a lot of support that we provide to line managers and to the employees. Firstly, as I've indicated, that we do that through the reasonable accommodation. We have a fund that has been established, and that fund is called the Diversity Fund. You know, which provide the reasonable accommodation. As I indicated, that we assess and look at the assistive technologies and devices that they may, require, and we use that fund to accommodate the employees. That is one. Secondly, we have recently appointed the occupational therapist for the overall professional management of disability within the university, and it is for the first time the university appointed the occupational therapist. And we have done that so that we can really step up the support of the university and ensure and demonstrate that we are serious about accommodating the needs of employees who are living with the disability. That is, two. And we have also recently secured the executive approval for the UP Bursary Fund for disabled students at UP. And also, accompanied with that executive approval, it's the absorption of those students that will be given bursaries, so as to make sure that we are able to achieve the 2% of people living with the disability by 2025. And we are also planning a disability awareness campaign within this year throughout, different campuses within the university to make sure that the line managers and employees with the disability, they are aware of the work that the university does and the support that is provided by the university to accommodate them.
Thank you, Basiame, for sharing so much about the work that your office is doing and the level of support and guidance that you extend towards other employees in the university. Before we conclude, is there anything else you'd like to share about your office, about your work, and maybe even how people can contact your office?
Well, we are part of the Human Resource Department, and employees and anybody who want to inquire about anything that related to the disability within the university, they are welcome to call my office. My office number is 012-420-4079, or they could contact or send me the email using my name, basiamedcp@up.ac.za. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time and the information that you've shared. And if you're listening, I hope this session has been quite informative for you. We'd like to invite you to listen to other episodes that we've recorded, and we welcome you to listen to us in the next session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.